Hey guys, I'm Avenger. Welcome. Today, we're talking about Beauty and the Beast. So, let's just go ahead and get right into it. Personally, I thought it was a fantastic movie. So, all the other people that I know, they've said, oh, it was dragged out, it was this, it was that, it was just... They added too much, and that ended up resulting in its downfall. I don't believe so. I think what they added built upon the story. That it enhanced it, and it was... They kept pretty much everything to the original, which was, again, most of the stuff that people hated about it. Which, I don't get it. That's the way they did it with Cinderella. They gave it its own twist, but they stayed pretty close to the story of what the original that Disney did. So, before it was like a 50%, 59 or 58% fresh rating on Rotten Tomato. Now it's up to a 71, which I like. That's better. So, if it can get up, I'm happy with that. Concerning the rest of you, if you haven't seen the original or the new one, just do yourself a favor. Go watch it. It's great. It was the top rated Disney movie until I think it was Tarzan or something. It was one of those that was near it. But if you haven't watched either of them, here's a small synopsis on Rotten Tomato. Disney's Beauty and the Beast is a live-action retelling of the studio's animated classic which refashions the classic characters from the tale as old as time from the contemporary audience, staying true to the original music while updating the score with several new songs. Beauty and the Beast is a fantastic journey of Belle, a bright and beautiful and independent young woman who is taken prisoner by a beast in his castle. Despite his fears, she befriends the castle's enchanted staff and learns to look beyond the beast's hideous exterior and realize the kind heart and soul that the true prince within. The film stars Emma Watson and... that's basically it. So, that's the basic synopsis of it. Now it's time for my personal opinion. Anyone who has seen the movie, you're good. But anyone who hasn't, I suggest you click off now, because even if you haven't seen the original, you still are gonna want... You don't want any spoilers for it. It's not a movie that you can just... You can listen to it, you can hear someone else's opinion, and it's not gonna change it, but you really do have to see it for yourself. My opinion, Emma Watson was a fantastic choice for Belle. Though I did realize that as the movie went through, she started to lose the accent that she was using. Which if they had given her a little bit more of a French accent to use, then I think that would have helped her dive into the character more. LeFou was great. Josh Gad he's been all over the Disney world once he hit Frozen. So, he gave him such a deeper character. He was the comic relief of the movie. So, he was good there. Gaston, I don't really know what to say about him. I love the actor because I had seen Dracula Untold, and he was fantastic in that. I can't think of the actors' names. Where is he? It's something Evans. Where is he? Where's Gaston? Luke Evans, that's it. Luke Evans. Yeah, he was in Dracula Untold. He played that role great. This one, I don't think he was a good choice for it. He didn't fit the original Gaston enough. Gaston is supposed to be extremely buff. He's just a pretty boy. So, he matched that part of it, correct. But the rest of it, he didn't. Besides that, he did fine. LeFou was good. Beast was amazing. He fit right into the character. It was just perfect for him. If there was any other one, there was no one else they could have cast besides the original person who played Beast. Which I don't even remember who it is right now. I'm going to quickly look that up. I'm having internet troubles. I'll look it up later. But if any of you people do, if you do know it, just tell me in the comments. I'm blanking right now. The Beast looked fantastic in it as well. They gave him much more pronounced horns. They did give him a bit of a grittier look, to say the least. I like that Maurice, instead of a inventor, which he still was, he was mostly an artist. It gave him more an in-depth version of... It gave him more personality. Because at the time, painters were considered insane of what they were doing. Inventors weren't, because there weren't many back then. But back to the rest of it. I like how they went with how they made the servants in the castle look fit the time period. They gave them that laces and the marbling look to it to make it look almost Victorian era. So that was good for the people who did that, for the CGI. That was fantastic. Good job for you guys. Oh, I just had something else. Sorry, I'm blanking. Besides that, the castle itself, I like that they actually added a courtyard to it. Because normally back then they didn't have just castles. They had a whole field, a garden. They didn't have just a castle. Well, not primarily. But besides the fact, that's what they did. That's not... It just made me laugh so much in the old one. It was like, oh, we only have this castle. We don't have any other space in this. Ooh. It was nice that they also... The best part about the movie, which everyone hated, is that they gave backstory to Belle's mother. Spoilers. So if you don't want to spoil it right now, move forward about 2 minutes or so. They go back and Beast ends up having this one thing that the Enchantress gave him, sorry, so that he could travel anywhere in the world. They go back to Paris, where they used to live, where Belle used to live. Let me be more specific. She wants to go there to find out about her mother. Which we find out she dies from disease. So that's what happens to her mother. I like that they added that in, because in the old movie we didn't get any insight on what happened to their mother. So I enjoyed that, but most people didn't, which kind of upsets me. Second part, the Beast part. They let you see more of Belle and Beast's communication. I think conversations and how they start bonding. Which, after Beast saves her from the wolves, the next morning after, he's reading Shakespeare. I'm trying to remember which book he was reading. I don't remember what it was. But then Belle starts reciting a quote from Shakespeare, but I'm not remembering it off the top of my head. But then he then asks, Beast asks what her favorite Shakespeare novel is, and she says Romeo and Juliet, and he's like, so typical. You and women and your romances. It was just, that part was great. The whole theater erupted in laughter, which was, that's when you know you've got good comedy writers. So that's good there. And then later, they show him in the garden reading another novel, which turns out to be King Arthur. It turns out that he's quite an intellectual man, that he was very smart, but his father corrupted him, which is why he became such a snobby prince. And pardon my French, but he was quite a bitch. He was just bitchy. So besides that, Beast was great, but everybody hated that. And then they added in an extra song where Beast basically is just singing about his love for Belle. after she's leaving to get her father. Okay, and now we reach basically the finale of the movie. It was underwhelming. This was the only part of the movie where I didn't like it. It was very underwhelming. The fight scene between Gaston and Beast, it was just bad. They don't even fight with swords. Gaston just pulls out a pistol and goes, bang, dead. He just keeps shooting him. And then he gets on a bridge and then he falls. So, not really, no real nice fight scene. So, that would be my only complaint with the movie. But besides that, Disney did a very good job with it. This was kind of a rant, but I'll be posting another video within like the next week or so, or even within a couple of days. But I'm going to be talking about Logan next, so be sure to join me for that one. Also, this is gonna be some shameless self-promotion. Go check out the Deep Fried Geeks on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher, all that good stuff. I appear on there every now and then. But besides that, this is Avenger, signing off.